had stayed there until she came home from the hospital. And I went home.
The hardest part is that there's not many people that go to the process. That's what makes it difficult.
And then they get to a certain point where you can't watch it. You need that extra, you know, because you have to pay a lot. And it's rough.
And also, for people that have the ability to call them, so they can see this. Get started, sir. Ready? Okay. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with Resolution 2-2012, you're informed that Scott Stillson of Vincent Drive is recording tonight's meeting for posting on YouTube. The meeting is also available and being recorded electronically on the Zoom platform. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Supervisor John McHugh for introduction of our junior township supervisor.
Thank you. I'll turn on my microphone here. So what we're doing this year, we're going to reach out to the youth in the community. We want to have an internship program, mostly high school age. So this is anticipating that Mr. Aiden McCormick will be our first candidate tonight, that when he's in high school, he'll be looking forward to doing an internship with our township. So I would like to give a warm welcome to Aiden. Thank you for coming tonight, and you'll have an opportunity to participate. You're welcome. And just introduce your parents. You have Christine and Brian right there. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I'll turn it back to Beth. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we'll have an open forum on action items on the agenda.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's what's good.
Yeah, this is three that we're going to go into executive session after we discuss.
The board will be entering an executive session after the meeting to discuss
Personnel issue.
personnel issues.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's okay.
So is it the open forum now?
Yes, so now open forum on action items. People in the room outside?
So, I just wanted to make
Can
a
you
comment.
can you state your name?
Sure, Valerie Schultz at 165 Caitlin Court.
Thank you.
I just had a question about one of the open forum action items, or that it looks as though Charles Hawes is going to be recommended for renewal as the zoning officer solicitor. I think a number of residents have voiced their concern about Charles Hawes representing the township at the zoning board based on some things that came up last year. And I just wanted to say for the record, I think we really need to look at other potential solicitors other than Charles Hawes. I don't think he was representing the township residents well. He did not treat the township residents well. And I think we could find better representation for the residents.
Sir? Name and address, please.
Shane Haddon, 410 North Rudell Road. I'd also like to object to Charles Hawes being rehired. He failed me, he failed my neighbors in regards to the zoning hearing board decision on DR Horton. He also failed to provide the notifications of the decision as required under Pennsylvania state law, and I think that's rather a big oversight for a lawyer to be making. So I hope that we can find an alternative representation for the township, find somebody who will stand up for our interests and do a better job of crossing the T's and dotting the I's as well. Thank you.
Anyone on the right side of the room? Is there anyone on Zoom?
There's nobody else here.
With that, I will move on to the Board of Supervisors' election of officers. This is our annual reorganization that we are required to go to at the beginning of every calendar year. This time, I would accept nominations for the role of chair.
I'll make a motion to chair.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. John, I will turn the meeting this time over to you as chair.
Thank you, Beth. All right, second point, we will have nomination for vice chair. I'll make a motion for Tracy Olson for vice chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Tracy? All right. Next, we're going to move ahead to some of the appointments. We now have the vacancy board chair and motion to appoint Gary McHugh to a one-year term ending December 31st, 2023 as the vacancy board chair. Do I hear a motion to appoint?
I'll make the motion to appoint.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Your turn. Say all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Now, next on, we have consent agenda for appointments, one-year term ending December 31st, 2023, except where noted. Considering the comments that we just received, do we want to go down the list? I entertain any comments from the board. If I can make a suggestion, if we could take some consideration, some of the comments on the zoning appointments, we can make a appointment in February. Would that be acceptable to the board?
You mean as a solicitor for a zoning hearing?
And also for the appointments, there's a couple of appointments on there for, maybe we should have a discussion on that.
On like 12th and
Yeah, there's, let me see what middle that's,
Zoning board's
23, yes. Because that's the way it's worded, I just want to make sure that we have an opportunity to discuss that.
Okay, do we have any submitted applications that will go through?
No, but we're expecting two within the week.
yeah, so maybe we should table those things that we have applications for, you know.
But if they're not yet submitted, I think your guys' hearings could occur within the required
Within 6
time
months.
frame following that we were.
All right, then, looking at the appointments, are there any other comments on any of the appointments? There's 23 items on the list. We will make a motion up to from 1 to 20 at this point. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
What about item 22?
22. Okay, did I say 20?
She said up to.
I cut up to, okay. We will include item, I'll have to ask for item 22. That's what, do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye. Thank you. That was an oversight there on the number.
We need a zoning officer.
Thank you, John.
Well, this way we give you some attention there.
I think you're just breaking it into reasonable chunks. I didn't realize you were on a little island now.
There we go.
I was.
If you follow the list, yes, sir.
Someone's trying to connect on Zoom and they're unable to do so. I don't know.
Warren?
Yeah, let's see, has anybody tried to join in?
We're expecting two.
We are in expectation.
Okay. Well, Warren is looking at that. The next item would be the new appointments. We have a few open items there. Do we have any discussion on items 1 through 5?
Hang on, are we tabling 23 as well?
We made the motion, correct. We made the motion to go 1 through 20 and including 22. So 21 and 23 are open till February.
Okay.
So we have appointments for Chester County Tax Collection Committee, so we need 2 appointments there. We also have for Western Chester County Council of Governments, should be 3 appointments there, primary, secondary, and tertiary. And then if we have any nominations for rec and parks, we don't have the resume for anyone for that appointment.
If you're going to change, if you're going to add the tertiary to the new appointments, we would need the board to vote to add that.
You had that last year. That was, came from.
But what I'm saying is, this was the published agenda, so if we're
Okay.
going to add something to the agenda, the board needs to vote to add it, and
Okay.
then I need to revise the agenda to post tomorrow publicly.
Mhm.
So, per the sunshine law, that's all I'm trying to say.
Okay. And then we could move the tertiary to February.
You could do that too.
Okay. Okay, move this along. So for primer, do we have any, let's go to the COG. Do we have any nominations for the COG? I'll volunteer for the primer. We need a secondary.
I'll do that.
All right, do I hear a motion to appoint?
I'll make the motion to appoint primary and secondary.
Do I hear a second?
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you. All right, so then for the 1 and 2, the Chester County Tax Collection Committee, that can be a supervisor and township manager. So, do I hear,
I'll volunteer for
okay, so would be primary or secondary?
that. I'll do primary.
Okay, and the secondary, would that be Warren or one
I can do
supervisor?
secondary.
Secondary, okay. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
And do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you. That takes care of our new appointments. All right, so now we'll move on to the consent.
John, are you skipping rec and park board?
Okay, I did. Number 5. Do we have any nominations for that?
I don't think we have any resumes.
We have not received any yet.
Okay. So that will be
So
to
we can table it until.
table that one as well.
Will we advertise?
Excuse me.
Will we post that? Yes, we can post that on the website now that we've gotten through the madness of the last 2 weeks of the year, which are extremely busy in township government. We can push that out on the website and our Facebook page. Make sure that folks have the opportunity who are interested.
Okay.
All right, to put that out on the Hayward residents' Facebook page as well? Does that have to come from the township, or can that be posted out there?
You're welcome to share anything we post on our page.
Yeah, that's right.
Share it to
Okay.
whatever page.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right, now we can move to the consent agenda for other business.
Yes, sorry, but point of order, we had some reports come in today, which is exciting because it doesn't always happen this way. But we had, I'd like to request that the board add 3 items to this consent agenda, and that would be to accept the December 2022 Township Engineers Report, accept the Township Solicitor's Report for December 2022, and to accept the Twin Valley Fire Department reports for November 2022 and December 2022. Those all come in today. And so I'd like to ask that the board add accepting those reports to this consent agenda. And it'll make your board packet next month 20 pages less.
Is that a separate motion, or we just group it all together?
Yes, so if you're adding, proposing that you vote to add
Yeah.
those 3 items to the consent agenda, and then you would make a second vote to accept items 1 through 10. Does that make sense?
So you need it, make a motion to add 8 through 10.
Yes, make a motion to add items 8 through 10,
9,
and then the next motion would be to accept items 1 through 10.
I'll make a motion to accept items 8 through 10.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now.
Now for the entire,
Yeah.
The second motion is to make a motion to accept
the entire.
the entire.
Package. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Now we can turn to our department reports. I'll start off with Don Johnson, Public Works. Go ahead, Don.
I don't have too much tonight. I mean, we've been out for 3 minor events, for ice mainly so far this year that we threw some material around. The biggest thing I'm working on right now is trying to get some of these dead trees that we have along the roadways. We've got a lot uncut and got a lot more to go. So, if the weather cooperates here, we're gonna probably be working on that tomorrow some too. But a lot of dead ash trees and also oak trees.
Okay.
That's about all I have for right now.
Thank you, Don. All right, Christie.
Okay, the Honeybrook Community Partnership has announced the Deck the Brook winners. First place for residents and yard was awarded to the Hannums at 49 Windswept, which, if you get a chance, please go by because, are you here? Is that you? Yes! It's amazing. It's like synchronized music and
Yes.
flashing lights. It's amazing. So, we didn't have too much in the way of doors entered, so we decided to give second place, the runner-up, to the residents, the door category winner, in the 4400 block of Horseshoe Pike, right in town. And the business winner was Ford's Notary. So congratulations, everyone, and the checks are in the mail, from what I understand. The iCompass meeting portal is live, and so far we've had 2 subscribers sign up for notifications for when the agendas get posted, so we're hoping for more. Please go to the Honeybrook Township website homepage, click on iCompass meeting portal, and then you can subscribe to notifications for any of the agendas of your choice. Miranda Acosta started her first full week today, and she will be assisting with the solicitation of advertisers for the newsletter. And she's helping Chris and me with updating all of the permit applications to reflect the new processing and retention fee, as well as the warning that no work is to begin before getting the permit, otherwise you get charged double the fees. And that was per the fee schedule that was adopted last month. The meeting schedule of deadline dates has been added to the website in the usual spots. There's also an alternate calendar of meetings that we have here in the back that's color-coded by committee type. So that's on the website and will also be in the newsletter. And the Act 904 report for recycling was submitted on December 29th, well, 22 hours ahead of the deadline for the fiscal year 2021, and the township should receive the grant monies around April. Toys for Tots of Southeastern PA received an inordinate amount of stuffed animals, so they asked if there were any public service outfits that might wish to have them to distribute to children in crisis. And so both the Honeybrook Fire Company and Twin Valley Fire Department agreed to receive a small supply of those. So I will be arranging for those deliveries. And lastly, the township offices will be closed on Monday, January 16, in observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And that is all I have.
Thank you, Christie. I did notice we have guest Jeff at the member. So we did discuss the appointments, and what we're going to do is postpone to next month to complete those appointments. Jeff has been serving on zoning for 15 or more than 15.
About 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. At this point, I'll turn over to Warren Vinsky, Township Manager.
After you accept my written report, if there's any questions that the board has of it, I'll be happy to answer that. It does show, excuse me, the goals for the ongoing projects that the township has listed under 1A and the estimated completion dates throughout the year. And those reports are part of the agenda packet that is available to the public.
All right, thank you, Warren. So we'll now turn to land preservation. Yes, Shane.
Yep, well, thanks to Commander Separate from Christie and township staff. Coming up will be the actual triumphant return of the farmer's breakfast, which will be a large breakfast served here for people interested in the program, people already involved in the program, and all people curious about the program. Please RSVP to the township if you're interested. This is our biggest kind of outreach event to try and get people to find out about the land preservation process and get people signed up. So tell all your neighbors, you'd like to see them sign up to get their land preserved rather than see them have a crop of houses out there. So yeah, thank you very much.
There are copies of the invitation in the back, so if you want to grab some on your way out and hand them out, that would be great. Or you can, call and ask for more copies if you want to hand out a stack to folks,
Will that be in the newsletter that's coming out too?
The breakfast will happen before the newsletters.
Okay.
It hits your mailbox probably, so it's on the website. Go ahead and grab it. Please RSVP no later than next Tuesday at 3 p.m.
The actual date is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
9 a.m. 2 weeks from today, 9 a.m.
Joe Run Catering out of Triple Fresh Market in West Callan will be the caterer. Sally Stoltzfus regrets that she can no longer cook for us. However, the bonus in having Joe Run Catering provide for us is that I don't have to get up at 6 a.m. and go and get coffee and donuts. So they're going to do it all. They're going to do the coffee, the pastries, the hot food. They're going to deliver it, and so there's fewer steps for the staff to engage in for just about the same cost. So I'm very excited about it.
Okay, now we go to Planning Commission. Mike?
Yeah, thank you, John. I don't believe there's anyone here tonight from planning. I just have two things tonight. One would be the joint workshop, Planning Commission workshop, that's going to be held next Wednesday. We'll be talking about the D.R. Horton open space and getting feedback on that development for that applicant so they can move forward with their land development project. And then we are planning on having one sketch plan as of now. I believe the deadline is yet to come next week for this month's Planning Commission later this month on the fourth Thursday of the month. We have one sketch plan that we'll be reviewing for a project just east of the borough. Vernon Stoltz, who's submitted that, will be doing a zoning review. Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Recreation and Parks, or should I say Parks and Recreation? Got it. We have Kevin.
Thanks, John. I don't have any full report to share. I've been in subsequent months, but all I'll simply say is we've got our first meeting this year on the 19th, third Thursday of every month. Welcome the public, anyone who wants to join us, and we're pretty excited. We've got a lot of things we want to talk about, and we've got another slide as you referenced that we need to finish, so we're looking forward to doing that as well.
Good. Question on the cleanup. So that would be in April?
Yes. Yeah, we always target April, right, towards the end of May, beginning of April, tail end of the program that the state of Pennsylvania runs, so
Good.
actually.
You need volunteers to help on that?
Yeah, always. I mean, we'll post Facebook and we'll publish some information related to that. January, that's one of the things that we start talking about, is start looking at dates to avoid any formals high school might be having or other events that are going on around the same time frame. We'll look to try to get a date set up.
Good. Any area in the township you'd be targeting? Last year it was somewhere in the middle of the township.
Every year we target cupola and the forest. seems to be the most popular township dumping ground. But we always go around, we end up with a list of usually half dozen locations that we
Good, thank you. All right, so that should do it for our department reports. We'll now go to new business. To start off with the first item, the motion to authorize and authorize the payments of invoices with a due date prior to February 8th, 2023, meeting as prepared by the treasurer and approved by the manager.
I'll make a motion to authorize the payment of invoices.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Second item, a motion to adopt, not adopt, resolution 2023-3, setting staff wages for 2023. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye. Item 3, motion to adopt, not adopt, resolution 2023-4, designation of emergency services providers for Honeybrook Township for 2023. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2020.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Motion to authorize, not authorize the township manager to prepare specifications and receive bids for cook or co-star quotes for the public works department's annual material and supply requirements. Equipment, rental, line painting, and seal coating, and then deliver award recommendations to the board for awarding. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion authorized.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you. Okay, we go to item 5. Motion to authorize, not authorize the board chair to sign an agreement between Honeybrook Township and the Twin Valley Fire Department for 2023. Do I hear a motion to authorize?
I'll make a motion to authorize.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Item 6, approve, not approve partial release for Chestnut Ridge Stage 1, Greason and Chestnut Tree Roads. That's parcel 22-8-52.3 in the amount of $45,255 for completed site improvements. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 7, approve, not approve partial release of funds for Chestnut Ridge Stages 2 and 3, Greason and Chestnut Tree Roads, TPN, or the parcel numbers, that is TPN, township parcel number, thank you. That was on that one. And, do you have that screen? Also, they just lost the screen. Okay. For parcel, that's what I did for side for here. 8-52.5 and 22-8-52.4 respectively in the amount of $239,710.05 for the site completed improvements. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye. Okay. I have a problem at the moment. I
Here.
am locked back
Turn
in.
on your chair.
Okay, good. He's asking me to log back in. All right. We can improvise. And we will now look at other new business. Any new business, other new business? Hearing none, we'll move to item M, old business. So we have an open item, continuation of discussion on closure of Brandywine Hospital. Do we have any update on that? No update. All right, open forum, any other matter? So I will look at, go ahead, Al, you want to set up?
Yeah, Valerie Schultz, 165 Caitlin Clark. Just had a quick question. I know at the end of last year, we had talked about the Environmental Advisory Committee, and there were some original concerns about whether or not it would require a budget. I believe that proposal got reworked. It wasn't going to require a budget, to the best of my knowledge. So where does that stand?
At the moment, turn to the board for any comments.
I didn't think there was anything, I know we discussed it.
We haven't discussed it any further.
Yeah. 11/2022, item 2 did say that we were going to authorize a committee and/or consultant, and that was what we agreed to in April when we signed that resolution. So, we have to address that again. Is that resolution still valid, or do we want to readdress that?
Did we make it, I thought we were gonna continue to talk about it, and then you wrote an ordinance, and then we discussed it, and you rewrote the ordinance, and we discussed it. That's pretty much the end of it, I thought.
Well,
I was just wondering, because like the appointments were coming up and.
yeah. And we did make a commitment in a resolution. Yeah.
But was the commitment in the resolution for an environmental advisory council?
Is that
Or
where-
was it
yeah.
that we were gonna?
The primary purpose was that we were looking at alternate energy for the commitment for the next 30 years, and to set up authorize a committee. So the follow-up was to formulate that as an environmental advisory committee consistent with what is going on with our COG. We're a member of the COG. We have 6 municipalities that are now stepping in that direction. That was something that I organized for the COG, and we can participate in that if we want. That would make it easier for us to transition. That's the approach we want to take. And we've also got an invitation from the Northern EAC, which is about 20 municipalities in northern Chester County. They invited us to participate as well. Do we want to include that in the next workshop?
I don't know that I remember making a commitment to having the AC. I thought we had committed to talk.
Well, we, at this point, it doesn't sound like we're making any decisions, so we want to add it to our workshop and start determining what direction so we can respond to our residents.
I think that's the best we can do right now.
Okay. Anyone on this side, comments, questions that you'd like to raise? On this side of the room, okay.
Just one quick thing. Will the meeting next Wednesday with VR Horton and the Planning Commission, is that going to be accessible via Zoom?
It is.
It should be good.
It is? All right.
In fact, yeah,
I'll save this for later.
okay.
I won't go first.
For 2023, all our meetings should be available on Zoom. And we do have a process of calling in advance just to get the call-in information. And that's what, 12 hours in advance?
By noon of the day of the meeting.
Just so you know, one of the individuals who's been trying to come in the whole meeting said that she got a message that said the host has another meeting in progress, so.
Okay, then for that.
So we do have to still call in, because I thought I could still come in, I could just come in only by Compass. But you do still have to call in.
iCompass has the agenda.
Okay, but you do
The
still have
meeting
to
is on
call in
Zoom.
to get the, okay. All right, I've been saying the wrong thing. Thanks.
All right, hearing no further comments. We don't have anybody dialing on Zoom. All right, so I'll make the motion for adjournment.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now, before we do close, there was something that we wanted to, so the three of us could step forward. Do we have an opportunity for a picture? Sure. On the website? So, Dave, would you like to join us up front here? So you stand in front of this table here. Since you're our first junior supervisor. All right. So, Honeybrook Township Board of Supervisors appreciate your participation as a junior supervisor of Honeybrook Township Board of Supervisors. Given with appreciation this third day of January 2023. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Would you like to hold that in front of you while we take a picture? Okay. Would you like to join your parents now? Good night. All right, so next will be, now that we adjourned, upcoming meetings. We have a planning commission on January 11th, workshop jointly but with the board of supervisors, the planning commission, park and rec board. And that'll be on January 11th. And then on the 17th, land preservation committee. That'll be at 8 a.m. followed by the farmer's breakfast at 9 a.m. On the 19th, the recreation park board will be meeting. Then we have on the 26th of January, planning commission regular meeting. And then on February 1st, board of supervisors workshop. And then our regular board of supervisors regular meeting will be February 8th. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. Happy New Year, and good luck this new year. I hope we have very little snow plowing up ahead for us. Good night, everyone. And thank you to everyone on board and to our junior master supervisor tonight. Thank you.
Massive.